welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be working on the Celica. I'm going to see if we can give the leather seats some love and attention. So the colour restore is actually made by a company called Leather Assist. I got this on Amazon, I think it was about £9, something like that. Just comes in a little tin. Very much similar to a boot polish tin. It is boot polish, but it's supposedly got like a filler in it as well. So hopefully it should make this look a lot better. The instructions are all on the back here. Always wear gloves. I suppose it's leather, it's going to dye your hands. You've got to fully clean the actual leather first. So I'm going to do that first. I'll probably get one of my leather cleaners out and just give that a nice spray over that and clean it over. Just getting a nice bit of a patina to it now, but I just want to improve it a little bit and give it a bit more longevity and make it last a lot longer. So hopefully this will do the job. So I'll go and grab some cleaner and give it a nice clean, and hopefully this will work. So before I start, just give you a closer look at the actual leather. You can see here all the actual little scrapes and scratches. I just want to actually improve it a little bit, see if it'll actually recolour that. And along here, so you can see the actual leather grain starting to crack a little bit, so hopefully it'll recolour all that along here as well. And there's the instructions, I can read of those, give you a quick freeze frame if you want. So what I'll do first, I'm going to give it a quick clean, just with some Auto Finesse Hide leather cleaner. Just a liberal spray, and I wipe over the microfiber. So I think the actual leather has to be without any waxes or anything, so the actual dye can soak in. So the seats aren't actually in bad condition for their age really. The car's pretty old now, so it's a 04. So and I've got these seats second hand. You may have seen that in a previous video as well. So I used to have the cloth seats in here, and I got these off my mate Stan from his old Celica, and they had a big hole here which I repaired with that repair kit. Yeah, it's not a perfect repair, but it's a lot better than it was, because this actually was a big tear here. So basically you glue it all down and put a nice filler in it and then re-dye it. So it did come out quite nice. It's just, I just want to improve it and give it a bit of a lift. Plus it gives a chance to test this product. See where some of the actual leather dye is coming off there. Take a bit more of that off if I can. A little bit of wear there as well. Probably could do with a bit of filler in there, so I might even do that while I've got the equipment out. See with a little rip there. I think I might do that. So that's the leather all nice and clean now. So let's look at the instructions. Apply a very small amount of balm with a dry dye-free cloth, and circular motions massage into required areas, ensuring there is no excess left on the leather. Leave to penetrate 5 to 10 minutes, then buff off vigorously to restore luster. Repeat application until required colour is achieved. I suppose if I'm using a black cloth, I don't think it matters if there's any dye in the cloth. It's black on black. So what we got then, let's just open her up. Quite runny. Smells like boot polish. Let's give it a little go. So a little tiny bit. Smells quite nice actually. I'll do that section, I think. think you can get this in different colours as well, but colour match might be a bit difficult on some vehicles, I should have thought. Maybe put a little bit too much on there, I think. Just put that down carefully. And we can buff that up. Just fill it in a little bit. Re-dyed it. Right, probably rubbing it all off now. Put a bit more in there, I think. Let's try this bit here. This is the worst bit, I think. This is the bit I did try dyeing before. Made a bit of a mess of. Seems to be dyeing into the, going into the little cracks alright. I suppose this is the area that gets the most wear, you're getting in and out. Both these bolsters, getting all the hammer and all the wear and tear. That's the worst bit in there. I think the temptation is to put a little bit too much on. Try and go on the side of caution and put less on. Right, I think I'll just leave that area now, like it says, for 5-10 minutes. I am going to fill that area there before I do any more dyeing, etc. Leave that to dry. I'm going to have a cup of tea and I'll see you again in a minute. So it's been about 10 minutes and it seems to be dry now, so I'm going to just give it a buff. It seems to have got rid of the, well, not hidden it a little bit, but it says here you've got to leave it a good 3 to 4 hours before you do a second coat. If it's not dry, but it seems to be dry, so I might just whack a little bit more on, and then I'm going to try my little filler in that little crack there. So I'll do another coat and I'll check back with you in about 10 minutes. So I've put a little bit of the filler here just in that crack, and let's fill that quite nicely. I'm going to let that dry and then I'll put some dye over that as well, see if this new dye lets you cover that as well. So I've left that about 10 minutes and just giving it a little bit of a buff off now with this microfiber again. And I'm quite impressed with that actually. There's a mark here, I managed to get rid of that. You can just see the little scuff mark just there. That's recoloured that. I don't think they're actually going to be perfect, these seats, you know, they're not going to be like brand new, but I'm quite impressed with that. It's a little bit shiny, it might dull down after a few days. The repair there just dyed with the same conditioning cream, but I think I'm going to have to do that with a proper dye because you can just see a little bit of white through there. That's not too bad. So what I want to do now, I think I've just seen on the back seat here, see that split there, the actual stitching you can see, so I'm just going to see if I can recolour that. The back seat's in pretty good condition, just need a little bit of a tidy up and a clean. So again I'm just going to use a little tiny bit conditioning cream, rub that in there, just remove that white stitch line. It's just where the seats are drying out a little bit over the years. I do condition them on a regular basis, just thinking his leather is getting a little bit dry. A bit of white, that's improved it no end. Yeah, it looks a lot nicer. I do notice on these seats, probably all other Celica owners have probably noticed as well, the tops here Get a lot of sun damage through the window. So I think I'm just going to give them a little bit of a condition with this stuff as well. There's another area there that usually gets neglected. A bit of cleaner there, so I'm just going to go over the top of it. Can I just improve that? See that little scar there? These areas usually do get neglected, they don't get as much attention as the rest of the seats. Quite impressed with this stuff so far. See what the longevity of it is over the summer months, if we actually do get a summer. Some may have seen in a previous video I was going to go to the Patrick Edwards Tractor Fair, pick up some nice oil cans and vintage tools, etc., but that was cancelled due to the weather. The actual field was completely waterlogged, so that's going to have to wait now until summer, which is a bit of a shame, but to be expected. Yeah, not bad. A little scratch has gone a little bit there. Okay, now I did see one area just at the back of the seat here, back of the driver's seat. A little scratch there. It's actually a mark in the actual leather. Sure it's in focus, I think it is. Let's try a little bit. It's not actually going to get rid of it, it's just going to hide it. I like that it doesn't stay shiny. You use some like leather restorers like I've used on the front seat before in a previous video. It just went too glossy, too shiny. I don't like that, I'd rather have a more matte or satin look. Yeah, not bad. You can still see it, but it's not as obvious. So I'll try a little tiny bit more. We can sort of fill it in a little bit. Yeah. And when this is all fully dry in a couple of days, I'll probably condition the seats again. But it has got a conditioner in it, and we'll see. All finished. It's a little bit shiny, but hopefully it should dull down next couple of days as it dries. It does say to leave for as long as possible, 3 to 4 hours if possible, before we put more coat on. So once it's dry as well, it will not come off onto your clothing, which is nice. Not that I wear light coloured clothing much, but yeah, I'm really happy with how it's come out. There's the actual logo of the stuff. Yeah, it's nice and clean, shiny. A little bit of repair on here as well. Quite happy with that. Seats are never going to look brand new. They're always going to have that sort of age look to them. Except the passenger seat, they don't get as much wear as, of course. So I'm happy how that's come out. So what I'm going to do now is just go around with the Dodo Juice leather air freshener just onto the carpet, just to make it smell nice of leather in here. And it's job finished. So I hope you've liked this video. If you have, drop me a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.